Hey everybody, welcome to EDUT 501. We're excited to have you. I don't know about we, me, I'm Bill. Hi, I'm Bill Selleck. I am your instructor for 501. I meant to say like the we is in like Concordia University, Irvine, but I feel like it came across as like the royal we. I don't talk about myself or refer to myself in the plural first person or in the third person. That's a weird way to start this video, but that's okay. As you make videos for your own students, please don't redo them ever, unless you're doing it for like an award or like a submission to be like an Apple Distinguished Educator. No need to edit or redo, otherwise you will be there all day. Make the video content, but keep it authentic, much like this, where I say, we're excited to have you. Bill doesn't talk like that, but apparently he does. It's very funny in my head. So, in addition to teaching this course, which is, I think, my favorite of them all, we're going to have a good time. I am Director of Technology at Hillbrook School. We're an independent K-12 school in Los Gatos in San Jose, Northern California. So, yay! If you're around, you can say hi. What else about me? Before I was tech director, I was teaching kindergarten, second grade, fourth and fifth grade music. Second grade is still my favorite. It's good stuff. I think it's the oldest you can get where students really love their teacher and being in school. And after that, you start to get like the attitude of like, school's lame. But second and below, they're like, school's the best. My teacher's the best. I love being in class. Much more compared. For me, it's like that second, third grade barrier. So I love that. I miss that. My youngest of 3 is actually going into second. So I'm very excited about that. I think I've taught every course in your master's program at some point. This one continues to be my favorite. I've already said that. And it looks pretty different. This is actually the first quarter that we got a refresh. Most educational technology learning has about an 18-month shelf life, and then it starts to be out of date. So I actually had revamped this course pre-pandemic, so 3 or 4 years ago. And it was great and amazing. It had some great stuff, and it's completely new and thought through. So if you run into issues, we'll figure it out together. If links are broken or whatever, it is a new course. Everything should be good. I've clicked on all the things and I've checked stuff. It's also one of those where I'm likely not going to have a response for you immediately, but if you do email and reach out, I'll figure it out and get back to you within 24 hours. Or I'll say, I'm waiting to hear back from Ramsey, who's the subject matter expert and revamped this course. He will get back to me and I will get back to you. But most of these assignments are new to me and new to you. They all make sense to me. They're great. I talked with Ramsey at length about the revamp of the course, like before and after, and but not during. We talked beforehand. Where are all the during photos? We have before and after photos, but there are no during photos. I should fix that. I guess that's what social media is about. Those are the during photos. Yeah, so I understand all the assignments. I love all the assignments, but I have not seen students submit those assignments yet. Does that make sense? So it's not like I'm flying forward without any awareness of what this course is. I'm very excited about this course, but as you ask really specific questions, I'll be like, probably going to respond with, I don't know. Let me take a look and see if I can figure out what I think that means for you. Whereas when I was the one that actually created the assignment, I knew exactly what the student version would look like. Hopefully that makes sense. So maybe you have this open in 2 tabs and you can just listen to me in one and click through in the other. I know a lot of instructors will like screen share and they're in the corner, but the whole point of video is to see the person, see what they do with their hands, their face, their eyebrows. Not a good actor, so I'm not going to pretend to do anything interesting with my eyebrows. Although now I'm really self-conscious about my eyebrows. All right. So you have 2 tabs open, hopefully, maybe 2 windows. So make sure to go through the Meet an Instructor page, take a look at who I am, take a look at syllabus and textbook. We are using the Google Infused Classroom, which recently got a revamp. It's more up to date than nearly every other ed tech textbook or just book in general. Holly Clark and Tanya Avereth wrote this book. They're both amazing humans. If you're on social media, give them both a follow. They're both good friends, actually, and I'm excited about this book how we use it, and that you get to read it. Of all the books that you have to read, this feels like the kind of thing as someone who is like, you know what, I'm going to get an EdTech Master's. You might already have this book. Or like, I don't know if I'm going to get an EdTech Master's. I could probably just read some books and figure out most of it. This would be the book to start with. So it's like, I'm really excited about it. It's really useful. It's not like typical like grad school textbook. It's good stuff. Other stuff on your textbook and syllabus info, you're going to be completing Google Educator Level 1. So that's just kind of bookmarked here in week 7. You're going to register for it. In week 8, you will take it. That is what the week 8 looks like. We'll talk more about that later. And then whenever you submit any sort of paper, it's going to be APA formatted using the 7th edition of the APA manual. And I couldn't tell if I was going to cough or what, so I paused. It was not a dramatic pause. That was I'm doing this after lunch pause. So use that. Make sure you're following APA guidelines for that. Like anything written down is going to have a cover page, APA formatted. You're going to have the right header. You're going to have references pages, the whole 9. So each week you're going to get a video from me and a few paragraphs as an announcement from me where I walk you through week by week. So I'm going to go very quickly through the weeks. And I think actually the best way to go is actually to look at assignments. So if you want to scroll down with me, you're not going to click on it in the same window because then I will stop talking. So maybe if you accidentally do that, look at how far we are in this video. If you actually go down towards the bottom, course items, submit assignments. I'm going to walk you very quickly through what these are. Just about every week, you're going to have a discussion board post and you're going to have an assignment due. Discussion boards are due initial post by Wednesday before midnight. 2 thoughtful replies are due Sunday before midnight. So you're going to have that just about every week, usually 1. And you're going to have an assignment due just about every week, usually 1. Again, the assignments are due Sunday by midnight. So assignment 1 is blog creation. You are going to create a blog. You're going to use Google's platform Blogger. You're going to publicly share your work. There's a great book that really changed how not only I look at how I share out my work and my thoughts and my own learnings, but how I really encourage our faculty at Hillbrook to share out their learning, called Show Your Work. Austin Kleon, Kleon. That's basically what we're going to do. Show your work, show your thinking, show your process, show your learning. It's going to live inside a Blackboard, obviously, because you get graded on it, but also it's going to live publicly there, and you're going to make an introductory post. Now, every assignment it is linked as a Google Doc. It's going to give you the name of it, when it's due, how to submit it, the points, your learning outcomes, the description of it, step-by-step instructions, and here's what I really love about what Ramsey did with this course, is that the step-by-step instructions have lots and lots and lots of resources. So you definitely do not want to wait until Sunday afternoon to open up that Google Doc with your assignment description, because there's a lot to it. It's not just, here's what to do, here's the rubric, and you're done. There's a lot of resources. There's going to be a rubric with that. It's pretty straightforward, and that's your first assignment. Second assignment, due at the end of week 2, TPAC, technology, pedagogy, and course content, right? That's it. Whenever you're recording, it's always like, did I say that right? I think I did. If not, I know TPAC, and it's just, this is an embarrassing moment that is now recorded forever, but that should be it. Due at the end of week 2, so again, you're going to get what the submission looks like. You're going to upload a PDF and a blog link. It gives you the points, the learning outcomes, the description of it, and then step-by-step instructions with a rubric at the end. So if you don't know TPAC at all, a lot of it is no longer in a Blackboard shell or on the the CUI.Blackboard. Click on this course 501. It's actually going to be in that Google Doc that is the assignment description. So it's like click here and here, learn more about TPAC. You're going to click there and there, right? So a lot of the work you're going to do for the assignment is in the Google Doc, which might be different from other courses you may or may not have taken. Pretty straightforward on that one. Assignment 3 is a summative assignment. And again, I'll go into some more details each week before they are due. So beginning of week 3 video, you're going to hear more details about this. The idea of this one, you're going to use Google Forms to create a graded quiz, summative assessment. If you ever get confused, summative and formative, summative is like a summary, it's like the ending, right? That's our ending summative assessment. Formative is like the formation of ideas and learning, and it's the just-in-time assessment along the way. So forming, formative, summative, summary. If you know that, great. You're like, oh, I use the same trick. Cool. We can hang. So you're going to use that using backwards design to create a graded quiz in Google Forms. It's good stuff. Assignment 4 is called Curiosity Spark. Shout out to Ramsey Musallam, who not only named this, but also is known for like kind of the spark of curiosity. He has a TED Talk. He's one of our instructors. He's an amazing human. If you've not seen his TED Talk, go to TED, type in Curiosity Spark, Ramsey Musallam. Check it out. It's a short one. It's like a 6-minute TED Talk. It's great. So if you're wondering, you're like, what's Spark? What? That's the origin story of that. You're going to use Google Slides to edit a YouTube video. Instead of playing the whole thing, Google Slides lets you shorten it. And the goal of that is to get your students to get that curiosity and be like, yeah, all right. And again, it's going to be about something that's in your content area. Week 5 is assignment number 5, a screencast. You're going to be using Google Slides, the web browser Google Chrome, and then a Chrome extension Screencastify to create a screencast to teach your students something. Assignment number 6, do week number 6 formative assessment. You're going to be using Google Slides this time, and then an add-on from the company Pear Deck. Formative assessment with Pear Deck is good stuff. If you've not had a chance to explore that, you'll get to do that in week 6. Week number 7 takes all that stuff, week 6, 5, 4, and 3. So the formative assessment with Google Slides and Pear Deck, the Google Slides instructional screencast, the edited YouTube video in Google Slides, and your graded quiz in Google Forms. All of those are going to come together, much like Voltron in the 80s cartoon, to be one. Was it just called Voltron, the thing? Like 5 robots that became one robot? It's a weird thing. You're like, I'm in charge of the left leg? How do you even walk? You're like, left leg, left leg, left leg. It's a weird thing. Anyway, you're going to put it together in a more cohesive way that's more intuitive than Voltron. And it's a weird analogy, but we're going to run with it. And you're going to give us both a screenshot and a blog link, because that's going to go to your blog. Again, the Google Doc with the assignment has all the step-by-step instructions, so you're going to get lots of resources, lots of detailed explanations in that. And then finally, week number 8, Google Educator Level 1 certification. You're going to do another blog post about that, and then upload a screenshot to Blackboard. That's where everything gets submitted. It's an exam that Google does. It's a great thing you can add to your resume, to your CV, if you pass Educator Level 1 certification. I've been a Google Certified Innovator for 10 years now. Look at me. Double thumbs. And in addition to being a Google Certified Innovator, I continue to renew my Google Educator Level 2 certification. I don't think you have to do Level 1 and 2, but I go on with Level 2. So I'm always Level 2 and Innovator status with Google for Education. So again, we'll talk more about that week 6, 7, and 8, but that is what's coming up. So those are all of your assignments. If we look maybe just at 1 week, let's click on like week number 1, you'll start to see a pattern of what that looks like. It gives you the dates, the topics, the course learning outcomes. There's usually a Christian message. There's some scripture. There's sometimes little things like a survey. You're always going to get my video that walks you through. There's a handful of readings you're going to do, sometimes some videos, sometimes some blog posts. There's going to be that discussion board post and an assignment most weeks. So that is the course. I'm really excited about it. It really, because most of the time in courses, like one assignment will kind of get replaced or updated, or one kind of theme or like weekly topic kind of gets changed. And so it becomes like a buffet when I was a teenager of like, oh, I'm going to grab like a slice of chicken and then some pizza and then some Jell-O. and then like soft serve ice cream. And I'm like, why am I eating like pizza, chicken, jello, soft serve? Like, it's not, all those things are great, and all of those, like, in and of themselves are pretty fantastic. Um, this course, though, is really like a fixed menu start to finish, where like it really builds on itself, and all the stuff that hadn't fit previously is gone. So hopefully you're going to really feel the alignment between the textbook and this, the course learning outcomes, and all the tasks and readings. It's all really, really well aligned and is really sequential, and hopefully will scaffold really well for you. So with that, head on over to the week 1 page. I'll talk a little bit specifically about week number 1 and assignment number 1. And welcome to EDUT 501. Happy to have you here.